new here. Usually when I'm around here, I hit leadoff, so this is a little different for me. I'm going second. Thank you, and congratulations to each member of the 2016 class. My name is Roger Fegan, and I graduated from here with a bachelor's in exercise science and a master of arts in teaching. I currently teach physical education in Freeport, Illinois at Freeport High School. I'm honored to be here to introduce Jim Paduch. I had the pleasure of being Jim's teammate for 2 years. When he was on the mound, you knew your team had a chance to beat anybody. His stuff was electric. His routines were very impressive. Baseball is a game of routines and repeating mechanics. As a pitcher, your routine is even more important. More importantly, Jimmy's routines were meticulous, okay? And it showed in his pursuit of excellence. As one of his teammates, you chomped at the bit when Jimmy was on the mound because you knew the stands would be packed with scouts. There's nothing like it. When Jimmy was on the mound, during your pre-pitch routine, you'd be sitting there, he'd go through his windup, you'd hear the crack of the mitt, you'd see the radar gun up there, and all those guys in the background, they'd all be talking. You knew you were part of something special. It was really something. During our time at Concordia, we lived and learned through challenging academics, high athletic expectations, and a tight community of teammates. As athletes, we lived the mantra, how do you want to be remembered? We talked about it all the time. How do you want to be remembered? When your banquet arrives, what do you want people to say? Jim, your banquet has arrived. Athletically, the Hall of Fame is a no-brainer for Jim Paduch. His work ethic and commitment to the baseball development process was second to none. During his time at Concordia, he was the 2003 Conference Player of the Year, was named to the American Baseball Coaches Association third team All-Region, and was drafted by the Cincinnati Reds in the 12th round. His success didn't stop there. In September 2003, he threw a no-hitter in the Pioneer League Championship. He also racked up many professional acknowledgments. He was named the Cincinnati Reds Organizational Pitcher of the Year, the Pitch and Hit Club Chicago Area National League Minor League Player of the Year, the Reds Organizational Pitcher of the Month, American Association League Player of the Week, and won 4 championships in his 10 years of professional baseball. So again, we asked ourselves, how do you want to be remembered? Jim was a great baseball player, no doubt, but he's a better man, he's a true friend, and a great coach. His commitment and loyalty to his teammates, friends, and family is amazing. And he continues to give back to young baseball players throughout the Chicagoland area. In closing, I would like to close with Proverbs 18:24. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Jim, I truly appreciate your friendship. I'm proud of you, brother. Congratulations, and please welcome Jim Paduch.
Thanks, Raj, for those words. I appreciate it. It's good to see his wife, Nikki, here too as well, along with his 2 daughters. I haven't seen them in God knows how long, so thank you for being here. Thurman Hendricks too. It was really when I met Thurman and started working out with him and training that really took my game to the next level. I'd like to congratulate all the inductees on today. It's a privilege to be going into the Hall of Fame with you, alongside all the other great athletes that have previously been inducted. Some initial thanks to go around before I get started. First, I'd like to thank Paige and Pete and for all those who have put this day together, along with everyone on the board and election committee that elected me into the Hall of Fame. Also Jim Egan, former coach Adam Smith, and Pete again for nominating me for consideration. It's truly an honor, and I'm very humbled to be part of something special like this. I also saw Coach Stosky here. Thank you. I want to wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season. You know, in first hearing when I was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, it really caused me to sit back and reflect upon my career. And I'm not going to lie, if you know me, I really don't talk about myself a whole lot. So you can imagine when I had to come up with a speech. But after thinking about it more and more, and thoughts came in what I was going to say and write down, it really became evident what this day was about. For me, today really is a culmination of a lot of people who put the time and effort developing me not only into the person I am today, but the player that I was. They've played a part, whether big or small, getting me to where I've gotten in my career. And a little later, I'll recognize those. My first year at Concordia was the year 2000. We had 17 guys on the team, 12 freshmen, 1 junior, and 4 seniors. That's not a lot when you go up against powerhouses at the time that were Aurora, Benedictine, Carthage, Illinois Wesleyan. But it differs from where those numbers are today, because there's consistently 30 plus guys on the team along with the JV schedule. And that creates a lot of competition and also some fine ball players as well. It just shows that when you have great people surrounding a program, great culture, coaching and training staffs that are willing to go above and beyond, players and recruits see and hear about those things and want to be part of something like that. And don't get me wrong, winning definitely helps as well. The winning, consistently ranked among the best in the country. Seasons of multiple 30-plus wins, conference titles, and regional appearances. And not a bad stadium too up there. And if anyone knows what that field looked like before the renovation, definitely wasn't that. Now the school used to have banners hanging inside the gym representing each program's conference titles. And they don't have them hanging anymore, but throughout winter practices inside, I often looked up there and wondered what it would look and feel like to one day be part of a program that had their name etched up there. There's only one year that was underneath the banner, and that was 1996, the lone conference title the program earned. Now, this really didn't compare to some of the other programs that had more, that succeeded more often. But as I looked up there, I thought of Thurman. He can attest to this, as he was part of that 96 team. His team set the standard for the rest of us. I like to think that his tenure of teams here at Concordia laid the foundation. Mine and Rogers laid the framework and the brick, and the coaches and players since then have added on and polished it up to where it is today. As I mentioned earlier, a top 10 team in the nation year after year. Pretty hard to imagine that during our playing days that this program would one day be up on a level of elite status. But again, it's a testament to all the coaches and players, hard work put in year after year, making it what it is today. Setting the expectation of World Series or bust. This program is no longer a blip on the map, but a program that is sought after every season as one of the ones to beat. I like to think that guys like Thurman, myself and Roger and all the rest of our teammates, Jack Walker and Nick Scala, 2 players who you don't know, but were also drafted a couple years after me, that we all played a role in helping develop the name that is now Concordia Baseball. You know, my time spent here at Concordia will always be something I cherish and remember. I made more friends and met such great people here that I could possibly imagine, some of which have developed into lifelong relationships. I'm glad that I can call each and every one of them my family. Yes, family, my teammates. I couldn't have done anything without them. The help and healthy competition they provided, along with pushing me beyond my limits every day in practice, whether they know it or not, made me into the player I was. Without them, I would not be standing up here today. Mostly no one knows this, but I played and practiced in fear. But not the fear that you would think of, though. Fear of striking out with the bases loaded or giving up a home run or not knowing where to go on a certain play. No, I played with the fear of not letting my teammates down. Fear that if I didn't give it my all day after day, repetition after repetition, I'd be wasting my time and theirs. There's 86,400 seconds in a day, and I tried to use each and every one of those the best I could to get better each day to hopefully win conference and maybe, just maybe, achieve my dream of playing professional baseball. You see, there's a difference between talent and skill. Talent you are born with, but skill is something that grows from hours upon hours of beating at your craft. And mine was baseball. I was fortunate enough that the good Lord blessed me with the talent to play ball at a high level. But it was the fundamental skills that I learned here at Concordia that were the foundation of my development. You see, there are 2 words in the English language, what and if. 2 words that when said separately are nothing more than words, but when put together form a saying that could haunt athletes, and people for that matter, for the rest of their lives. What if? There's only a small window in our lives where we can play a sport competitively. I never wanted to look myself in the mirror at night and say that I could have done more. Mentally ask, have I exhausted all possibilities? Did I go above and beyond for my team? Did I try my best and give it my all and push my teammates like they pushed me? If I could say yes to those questions, at the end of the day, It wouldn't matter if I played professionally or not. I can honestly look back and have no regrets. Because really, it all comes down to another two words that most people have a hard concept grasping: attitude and effort. I knew that if I gave 100% of both, and if people making decisions liked what they saw, maybe I had a chance. Maybe I had a chance from, at the time, a small no-name school named Concordia, to play beyond college and make waves in the world of baseball, and hopefully start a trend of great ball players that will one day step foot on this campus. We've seen that in recent years. Throughout my time playing both here and professionally, I've learned to keep the process simple, enjoy the journey, work smarter, not harder, and eventually got lucky enough to wear every bad day at the ballpark beat a great day at the office any day. So to my teammates, coaches, and trainers, I thank you. You've meant more to me than you know. I'd like to thank my in-laws who are here today, Marilyn, Dave, Kevin, and June. Thank you for your love and support throughout my playing years. It's been comforting to know that I had more great people in my corner while I chased my dream. So thank you. I developed my work ethic from my parents. From an early age, like most kids, chores had to be done around the house. If they weren't done, you got to have no fun. So I made sure I got every one of them done. Now, efficient and done properly in efficient manners is a different story, but I did those things so I could go outside and play. It was there on the school ground across the street where we lived, where I developed my love for the game. So to my mom, my first cab driver, always taking me where I needed to go and making sure they got there on time, practicing games no matter where they may be, and always being my biggest fan. Giving me the love and support I needed when times went tough and had a bad game. And even though you may not have known what to say, you've always said something positive, even though I really didn't want to hear anything at all. So to you, I say thank you, and I love you. And to my dad, my first coach, doing his best to teach me the skills necessary to play baseball and succeed not only in sports, but in life. The man who taught me that having character is more than just saying hello, goodbye, please, and thank you. The man who dropped everything after a long day at work to go outside and play catch, so I can get extra practice in. Rolling me ground balls, throwing batting practice, and trying his best to catch my pitches even when it got dark outside. And when he missed, you know who had to go get the ball. There's so many parallels between sports and life. Time management, how to be a good teammate and player in person, how to act in victory and defeat, and the list goes on. You've taught me more about life that translated into my professional career than you know. And I hope that one day I could be the father, husband, friend, and man that you are. Thank you for taking the time with me, and I love you. And lastly, to my wife, Dana. I played professionally for 10 years, and I met her in year 5. It takes a toll on someone dating a ball player. Anyone that follows baseball knows that it's a long season, 7 months to be exact. So you can imagine finding somebody who liked the idea of me being gone for about 75% of the year was a little difficult. But when I met Dana and we started talking, it was different. She liked the idea of traveling around and seeing different places, getting to go where most people don't, meeting select star athletes, and getting behind the scenes look at what professional baseball is all about. Now don't get me wrong, it was very difficult for her not being around, coming to see me once a month for those 5 years until the season was over. But still, she stuck with me season after season, saying goodbye as I drove off to spring training. I knew it hurt her, but she has sacrificed more for our relationship than anyone could. And I know we can't get the time back that we missed out on over those years, but I'm willing to spend the rest of my life trying. I love you more than you know, and I thank you for putting up with me during that time. The Hall of Fame, a privilege that is bestowed upon those of utmost character and greatness. I never thought that would be me. I'm very grateful for the opportunity and very humbled to be accepted in Concordia University's Athletic Hall of Fame. Thank you.